Hello everybody, my name is Suman Dua. I'm a registered migration agent at Nationwide Migration and Education. In this video today, I'm going to answer some of the questions that you have asked me in the comments section. So I'm only going to answer some of the tricky questions that you have asked me. Some of the questions are really basic that you have been asking me, which I have already answered either in my previous videos or I have already made detailed videos about that topic in the past. If you're somebody who is really interested in Australian migration and wants to migrate here permanently through general skilled migration or employer sponsored visa, or maybe you are somebody who wants to come here to study first, see how things are, and then maybe move on to permanent residency in Australia, I've got more than 100 videos on my YouTube channel and I want you to watch at least 50 videos in the next few days so that you're able to understand Australian migration. And also, if you're somebody who is really serious about migration and would like to talk to me in a one-on-one consultation, I will be putting a booking link in the description below so that you can book a consultation with me. So we can do a Zoom consultation, phone consultation, and we also offer face-to-face consultations in Brisbane and Sydney. And also very soon I will be able to do some face-to-face consultations in Melbourne. Now let's look at some of the questions that I have been getting. So Ash is asking, is there any work experience exceptions available for 263111? So I think it's the IT occupation. I have only 1 year onshore experience and my employer is willing to sponsor. He already has a skills assessment. So I recently made a video about the applicant's requirement for the employer sponsored visa. So many times you guys have an employer who is ready to sponsor you, but you yourself do not meet the visa requirements as the applicant. So I have made a video about this recently. I will put the link in the description. So in your case, you need minimum of 2 years work experience. So it could be onshore or offshore, and then you will be eligible for a 482 visa. Dhamal Patel is asking, what are the future hopes for mechanical engineer with 75 points for 190 visa offshore category, South Australia, to be opened in South Australia in July 2021 as per budget? Any hopes of invitation in the coming future, or else it is better to try other alternatives to Australia? So South Australia will be reopening on 19th of July. So we are yet to see what their new requirements will be, but looks like the focus will again be on onshore applicants. But let's see if they will be inviting any applicants who are in the priority migration skilled occupation list, because your occupation is on the PMSOL. So let's see if they will have any options for offshore applicants, at least those who fall under the PMSOL. Vivat is asking, hi Suman, does the 190 and 491 visa is only granted if a candidate is working or living in that particular state? If a candidate lives in Victoria and applies for Queensland 190 and 491 visa, is there a chance of invitation or is it a complete no? I look forward to hearing from you on this one. So that is a very good question, and like I said, if you have watched any of my videos before, then you would see that I have mentioned many times that most states, they want you to be living there. So Queensland is one of them. So they want you to be living in Queensland if you want to apply for their 190 or 491. So it's quite similar with most of the states in Australia. Now this only applies to onshore candidates. If you're somebody who is offshore, then you may have options in states as long as they are taking applications for offshore candidates. Next one I have is, I applied for state nomination Northern Territory when I was single. On 1st March 2020, I got married on 17th of April 2021. And after that, I got nomination from the state. Is my spouse eligible to apply visa? I haven't shared or updated my marital status with Northern Territory or Australian Embassy. So with this one, when you lodged your expression of interest, you claimed 10 points for being single, and at the time of the invitation you were married, so which means that you lost 10 points. So that is a concern. So you may have to contact the state and update your EOI and see if they will give you another invitation. Manoj is asking, please suggest commercial cookery colleges in regional area with good working scope. So Manoj, the occupation of chef, cook, even baker, all these occupations are actually in the critical sector now, and also anywhere outside Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane is regional area. Most of the states have hospitality occupations open, especially chef is quite popular. So you should be okay to choose any regional area. But in the past, I have made a video about the top 3 regional states to choose. So I will put the link in the description. So you may want to see that video to see what state may suit you. Okay, next one. Dear Suman, can you clarify financial year? You mean from which date to which date? So a financial year in Australia starts from the 1st of July to the 30th of June following year. So I think I use financial year term a lot in my videos. So it's very important that you know what a financial year in Australia is. So for example, on 1st of July this year, we will have a new quota, new migration program planning level, which will apply until the 30th of June next year. How about a video of changing an institution provider but same course? Can I transfer same course to other provider? How's the process from Melbourne to regional Victoria? I would be very grateful if you grant my request video. Okay, so thank you for your question. I have actually made a video about how to change your course because there are some conditions that you have to meet before you can change your course. So in your case, as long as you have completed 6 months of your principal course, so let's say if you came here to do bachelor's, you have completed 6 months of your bachelor's, then you can change your provider. So I will put the link in the description of the video where I have explained about this in detail. Elena is asking, thanks for the video. I've got a question. I'm on a student visa and my partner has just applied the graduate visa work stream. Therefore, it will be possible for him to include me on his visa as we have been on a relationship and living together. How would it work? Hope you guys can answer me whenever possible. So Elena, you have to be a bit careful with this one because if you are on your own student visa and he was on his own student visa as well before, did you guys declare the relationship before? Have you declared yourselves single or a de facto partner? So it depends on a lot of things. So you can't just go and update your relationship status without having the evidence because they will look at these things as well. So in your case, because it's a bit tricky situation, I would suggest that you book a consultation with me or a registered migration agent to see if you are eligible to go on his 485 visa. Okay, TK is asking, is marketing masters worth in Australia or should I go for IT? So with masters in marketing, we do have marketing specialists and some other occupations relating to marketing in the occupation list as well, but they all require a work experience sometimes, which is a bit difficult to get. So if you go for IT masters, then you can do a professional year program for 1 year after your masters. So you do the professional year program on your 485 visa and that gives you a positive skills assessment. So we have made videos about the professional year program as well in the past. I will put the link in the description. Kunal is asking, what are the regional area postcodes for 491? How to see WA or Brisbane area postal code? With the postal codes, if you will just Google designated regional postcodes home affairs, you will be able to see a list. So there is category 2 and category 3. So all the postcodes that fall under those categories, they are regional areas. Ramandeep is asking, hello ma'am, hope you are doing well. Just want to know, as a motor mechanic, can I apply for 190 with 75 points? I'm living in South Australia, outer regional area and working in city as I'm unable to find a job in outer regional area. Also working in critical sector in aged care. Thanks in advance. So Ramandeep, if you have a skills assessment as a motor mechanic, you have to be living and working in the outer regional South Australia for a minimum of 12 months to be then eligible for their 491 visa. So at this stage, because you're working in Adelaide, you won't be eligible under that category. She Ace is asking, does 494 require skills assessment? Also, there are 187 visa. So the 494 visa, which is the skilled provisional employer sponsored visa available for regional employers if you got an occupation on the list, it requires a mandatory skills assessment and 3 years full-time work experience. So with the 187 visa, that visa is not available anymore and it has been replaced by the 494 visa. Simranjeet is asking, when does Northern Territory open the invitations for 491 offshore applications? So we are waiting for the updates from the states and hopefully after 1st of July we will find out a bit more what the states policies will be around the offshore candidates. So probably we'll have to wait and see what the requirements will be. So we will be posting videos about each state as they open up and publish their requirements. The next question I have is, I'm learning cookery 2 years package in Melbourne, so I will gain 485 visa for 1 year or 2 years. So for any trade courses, like if you study 2 years, because the occupation outcome chef is on the MLT SSL list, so you are eligible for a temporary graduate visa under the graduate stream for 18 months. We have made a video about how you can get permanent residency by studying commercial cookery and the whole process, so I will put the link in the description. Urvashi is asking, I'm living in New South Wales and if I've got 3 months TR left and still not done with the skills assessment, then what should be the next step I must take for PR? Should I apply for 408 or 491 or any study visa or have to move to regional area? I'm really confused in all this. Please could someone suggest something? Urvashi, of course you have to be confused with this situation because you have actually left it too long to organize your PR pathway. The 485 visa is actually given to international students only who have studied in Australia. So the 485 visa is to get your skills assessment organized, get some work experience, accumulate your points if you want to go on the permanent residency in the future. So in your case, like I said, you have left it too late. You've only got 3 months left on your temporary graduate visa. You should have organized a plan when you were about to go on the temporary graduate visa. So I suggest that you get in touch with me or a registered migration agent to see what options you will have. Okay, Sophia is asking, can I apply for Queensland 491 on a student visa with full-time work rights? I'm able to meet all requirements in 3 months. Occupation is chef. So Sophia, we are really hoping that the occupation of chef will be available for 190 and 491 whenever BSMQ opens, but they may have some higher requirements for the 190 visa. But for the 491 visa, we are hoping that they will still have the same requirements, which is 3 months work experience and a 12 months job offer letter. So if you're on a student visa with full-time work rights, I'm hoping you are either on a dependent student visa and your partner is studying masters. But if you are referring to full-time work rights because now chefs can work full-time, we are not sure if BSMQ will consider that as full-time work rights because they do require that applicants who apply with them should not be holding a student visa. So let's see what the requirements will be, but whatever they publish, we will be making a video about it shortly. Parminder is asking, can we claim professional year points and work experience points for the same time of professional year? So as long as you've completed your bachelor's or master's in Australia and you have enrolled in a professional year program, and let's say during your professional year program you were also working in your field minimum 20 hours a week for 12 months, then you are eligible to claim 10 points. So 5 points because of your professional year program and 5 points because you've got a work experience for 1 year in your nominated occupation. Ricky is asking, hello Miss Suman, is studying accounting in Australia can still lead to PR? What are the chances to get PR through accounting? So accountants have been added in the priority migration skilled occupation list, which is very good news. If you are planning to study accounting in Australia, then I would really advise that you choose your state very, very carefully. So you may want to choose a regional state. And like mentioned before, I have recommended my top 3 regional states. So you may want to pick one of those. Probably Northern Territory or Tasmania might be the state that you may want to choose for your accounting degree. Okay, the last question I have is, what if you got 491 granted when you are at 44 years of age and 3 to 5 years later when you apply for the 191 you're already between 47 to 49? Will you still be able to apply the 191 regarding your age? Is there any age limit to apply for 191? So I have explained the 191 requirements in one of my previous videos, which is 491 to 191 pathway. But to answer your question, there is no age limit for the 191 visa. So the age limit requirement is only at the 491 stage, but when you go on the 191 stage, there is no points requirement and no age requirement. So you could be over the age of 45 years and still be eligible for the 191 visa as long as you meet other conditions of that visa. So these are the questions that I was able to answer today. If you have any questions, then please leave them in the comments and I'll try to make another video in a couple of weeks to answer some of your questions. Stay updated about Australia's immigration. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel.